Hello students, very good morning to all. So today we are going to start the second video lecture of the chapter synthetic fibers and plastics. Okay. So students, let me tell you very short that what we have read in our first video lecture. We have read the introduction portion of synthetic fibers and we have read 4 types of synthetic fibers in our previous classes. We have read about rayon, we have read about nylon, we have read about polyester and we have read about acrylic. Okay. So these are the 4, you can say, synthetic fibers or man-made fibers that we have read. Now students, today we are going to discuss the characteristics of synthetic fibers. Okay, very important. What are the characteristics of synthetic fibers? Now synthetic fibers have become popular due to their unique characteristics. Okay, some very unique characteristics are there. Okay, that's why they are very popular. They are strong. Okay, first characteristics are they are strong. Okay, they are elastic, they are wrinkle proof, they are dry up quickly, durable, less expensive, readily available and easy to maintain. Okay, so these are the properties. I am repeating that they are strong, they are elastic, they are wrinkle proof, dry up quickly, durable, less expensive and ready to available. Okay, and easy to maintain. These are the important properties. Now let us see the capacity of absorption of water by different fibers. Okay. For this we have to do this activity 13.3. What this activity tells? Take 2 pieces of fibers of the same size and each about half a meter. Okay, so we have to take 2 fibers of same size, you can say half a meter. Now one of these should be from natural fibers such as cotton and other could be a synthetic fiber, that is nylon. Okay, so one should be a natural fiber just like cotton, one should be a synthetic fiber just like nylon. Okay. Now soak these pieces in different beakers containing some amount of water and take out the pieces after 5 minutes and put them in the sun to dry. Now which pieces dries first? Compare the volume of the water remaining in each container and what do we find out? So what we will observe students, you will notice that the synthetic fibers dries faster than the natural fiber. Definitely it is a property of synthetic fibers that it is definitely dries faster than the natural fiber. Also synthetic fibers absorbs less water from the beaker. Okay. So these are the many advantages of synthetic fibers. Now where there are advantages, there are disadvantages also. Okay. So let us discuss the disadvantages also. Now synthetic fibers has many advantages over natural fibers. Okay. But they have some drawbacks or they have some disadvantages, as well as they do not absorb water or sweat. Okay. So in humid weather these clothes stick to the body and make us feel uncomfortable. Okay. So that's why synthetic fibers, whenever we just wear synthetic fibers, these are very uncomfortable to wear and synthetic fibers catch fire very rapidly. Okay, or very readily. We have also seen this in our previous video lecture. So students, these are the few advantages and few disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Okay. Now let us discuss the next part, which is plastic. Okay. So what is plastic? What are the characteristics of plastics? Many of you have seen plastics. Okay, because it is all over there in your surrounding. Okay, so let us discuss plastic. Okay, so plastic is a material that can be molded or formed into different shapes. Okay, so plastic is that kind of material which can be molded in any shape. It is a polymer. Polymer means we have discussed when there are many units or when many monomers, you can say, joined together, we get a polymer like other synthetic fibers. Okay, the arrangement of units in plastics are 2 types. First one is linear, second one is cross-linked. Okay, what is linear arrangement? You can say this is 1 unit, this is second unit, this is third unit, this is 4th unit. Okay, so this kind of arrangement we call it as linear arrangement. Okay, this kind of arrangement we call it as linear arrangement. Now when this kind of arrangements are there, you can see that this side one and this side one. Here also this side one, this side one. So this kind of arrangement we call it as cross-linked arrangement. Okay. So 2 types of arrangements are there, linear arrangement and cross-linked arrangement. Okay. Now you can see different plastic articles of different shapes and sizes. Obviously, have you ever wondered how it is so? Plastic can be molded and easily to get any shape or size. Now plastic can be recycled, reused, colored, melted and rolled into sheets or turned into wires. Okay. So these are the, you can say, characteristics, you can say these are the benefits of using the plastics. Okay. That you can say plastic can be recycled, plastic can be reused, plastic can be colored, it can be melted, it can be rolled into sheets or turned into wires. Now you can see that a bucket made by plastic, you have already seen, a tumbler made by plastic, a chair made by plastic and a toy made by plastic. Okay. These pictures are very familiar to you because all of you have seen this picture in your childhood or just nowadays. If you look around, you can easily find out one of these examples. Okay. So we are using plastics rapidly. Okay. So this is the introduction part of plastics. Okay. Now nextly, what we are going to do? We are going to find out that what are the types of plastics. Okay. Or how many plastics are there? How many types of plastics are there? Basically, there are two types of plastics. You can see here plastics can be classified into two groups according to their reaction to heat. Okay. So according to the reaction or to their reaction to heat, we can classify into two groups. First one is thermoplastics and second one is thermosetting plastics. Okay. So what do you mean by thermoplastic? What do you mean by thermosetting plastics? What are the characteristics of these kind of plastics? Let us discuss one by one. Okay. So just have a look, what is thermoplastics? So plastics which get deformed easily on heating and can be bent to any shape are known as thermoplastics. Okay. So thermoplastics are those kinds of plastics which can deform easily, okay, and heating, okay, when we heat they can easily deform and they can be bent to any shape. Okay. Now examples are polythene and PVC. PVC means very important term. Okay. You should remember this term, that PVC means polyvinyl chloride. Okay. This is the full form of PVC. Question will ask in the examination that what is the full form of PVC, then you have to write this. Okay. So polythene and PVC are some examples of thermoplastics. Okay. These are used for manufacturing toys and containers. Okay. So basically they are using for manufacturing toys and containers. So this is one kind of plastic, that thermoplastic. Now what is thermosetting plastic? Now plastics which when molded once cannot be, you can say, softened by heating are known as thermosetting plastics. Okay. So in this case thermoplastic we can easily regain the shape, but in case of thermosetting plastic once we give the shape we can't regain it. Okay. For example, bakelite and melamine. Okay. These are the examples of thermosetting plastics. Just try to remember these two examples, bakelite and melamine. Okay. Now one very important thing is there, that bakelite is a bad conductor. Bad conductor means bad conductor of heat and electricity both. Bad conductor means we have already known that bad conductor or insulator means which doesn't conduct the electricity or heat. Okay. Now hence it is used in the manufacturing of electrical switches. Definitely electrical switches should be bad conductor to prevent us from shock. Handles of utensils, okay, electric iron, etc. Handles of utensils means you can say that the pan or cooker there is a black color part. Okay, so this black color part is nothing but the bakelite. Okay, as it is, you can say, heat and electric resistance. So whenever we just hold it, we can't feel the heat. Okay, that's why we are using these things in that way. And melamine is a versatile material. It resists fire and can tolerate heat. That's why it is used for making floor tiles, kitchenware and fabrics. Okay, so these are the uses of, you can say, melamine and bakelite. Okay. Now question may come in this part that what are the differences, okay, between thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Okay. So you should prepare the differences also. Okay. Now let me show you some pictures, that articles made of thermoplastics and articles made of thermosetting plastic. See, thermoplastics, in the case of thermoplastic we have already told you that it is made some kind of boxes, wires, and you can say thermosetting plastics, you can say this is bakelite, okay, electric switches, some case of dishes. Okay. So these are the you can say very common examples of thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Okay. Okay, now let us discuss the next part, that characteristics of plastics. What are the characteristics of plastics? Let us discuss one by one. This is also very much important, that what are the characteristics of plastic. Now plastic has become a material of choice due to its various characteristics. Okay, that means we are using plastic in everywhere. Okay, in every aspects we are using the plastic. So there are few characteristics. First characteristics is non-reactivity. Plastics do not react with water and air. That is why they are used to store the chemicals and other materials. Okay. So for its non-reactivity property, we are using plastic very much. Second one is that electrical conductivity. Plastics are poor conductors of electricity. That means they are insulators. Okay. That is why electrical wires have plastic coverings and handles of screwdrivers are made of plastic. You have seen that many wires, if you take a wire, so the cover of the wire should be made by plastic because of this, because it is a, you can say, bad conductor of electricity, or it is, you can say, insulator. Okay. Third one is its thermal conductivity. Plastics are poor conductors of heat. Okay. In this case we have seen that plastics are poor conductors of electricity as well as they are poor conductors of heat. That is why they are used to make different utensils, uniforms of firemen, and have coating of melamine plastic to keep them flame resistance. Okay. So as they are, you can say, poor conductors of heat, so we can use it as fireman shoots. Okay. Okay, next one is solubility in water. Plastics are insoluble in water. Okay, that means they don't get mixed with the water. Therefore, they are used to make containers for strong water or storing the water. Okay. And lastly, we can say that light, strong and durable. Plastics are very light. Okay, they are strong and they are durable. They are cheaper than metals, and that is why they are widely used in industries and household articles. Okay. So these are the, you can say, characteristics of plastics or uses of plastic, you can say. Okay, this is also very important for your text. Okay. Now let us move to the next part. Just remember the points, okay, and the writings inside the points you can write down by your own. Okay. Now this is the last portion of the chapter, that plastics and the environment. Okay. So we have already discussed why there are advantages, there are disadvantages also. So let us discuss some disadvantages, or what are the effect of the environment when you are using the plastics. So plastics are boon to the world, but nowadays disposal of plastics has become a major problem. We have learned that the materials which get decomposed through the natural process by the action of bacteria are called biodegradable. Okay, biodegradable means when the objects which get mixed with the soil after few days, okay, by the action of bacteria, we call them biodegradable. On the other hand, materials which are not easily decomposed by natural process, or which will not get mixed by, you can say, the cause of bacteria or action of bacteria, we call them as non-biodegradable thing. Okay. Now plastics take several years to decompose. That means if we put a piece of plastic in sand or in, you can say, soil, so after few years the plastic will be intact, it will not get mixed. That's why they are called non-biodegradable. Hence they are non-biodegradable. Okay. So they cause environmental pollution. Okay. When burnt, they release lots of poisonous gases into the atmosphere. Cattle which eat garbages also swallow materials like polythene bags and, you can say, wrappers of food. Okay. And it may kill them. Okay. The plastic materials may choke the respiratory system of these animals or accumulate their stomach. Now polythene bags, you can say, carelessly thrown in surroundings, and you can say they just choke the drains, pollute the soils, and, you can say, disturb the absorption of water by the soil. Okay. So these are many disadvantages. Okay, many disadvantages are there when we are using the plastics. Okay. Now how we can reduce them? Let us discuss that how we can reduce the disadvantages. So just have a look. So how can these problems be solved? So let us learn some of the ways to reduce the plastic pollution. First one, avoid the use of plastic bags. Okay, make the use of bags made of cotton or jute. Okay, so first of all we have to avoid this. Secondly, recycle the plastic waste. Okay, the waste that we are throwing the plastic things, we have to recycle them. Third one, the biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste should be collected separately and disposed separately. Definitely we should do the biodegradable things or waste in one box and non-biodegradable things in other box. And as a responsible citizens, always remember for the following 3 R's. What are the 3 R's principle? That reduce, reuse and recycle. Okay, so if we go for these ways, then we can, you can say, reduce the plastic pollution and we can keep safe our environment. So students, with this we have completed the chapter. Now your work started. Just read the chapter, keep the questions ready. Okay, so students, that's all for today's video lecture. Next video lecture we will start another chapter. Okay, thank you all.